Is it a sin to have sex when fasting? This is a question I've been asked quite a few times, and I think it's important to give a clear biblical answer. First of all, let's settle something right from the start. If you're not married, you shouldn't be having sex at all. The Bible makes that abundantly clear. Hebrews 13:4 says, "Let marriage be held in honor among all, and let the marriage bed be undefiled. For God will judge the sexually immoral and adulterous." So, if you're not married, the answer is simple: don't do it. But when it comes to married couples who are fasting, things get a bit more nuanced. Believe it or not, Paul actually addresses this topic directly when he writes to the Corinthians in 1 Corinthians chapter 7. He explains that in a marriage, each spouse has authority over the other's body. In other words, your body isn't just your own. It also belongs to your spouse. And Paul specifically teaches that husbands and wives should not deprive one another of intimacy, except when they both agree to abstain for a specific time of prayer and fasting. This is so important because while fasting is definitely a time to discipline your carnal nature and put your flesh under, you also don't want to set yourself or your spouse up for temptation. Paul's point is that you shouldn't just unilaterally decide to cut off sexual intimacy without agreement from your spouse, especially during extended fasts. Why? Because the enemy can use that lack of intimacy to tempt one or both of you, and that's the last thing you want during a consecrated time of fasting and prayer. So no, it's not a sin to have sex while fasting as long as you and your spouse are in agreement about it. The problem would come if one person is withholding intimacy without mutual consent. Remember, fasting doesn't give you a license to ignore your spouse's needs or put them in a place of frustration or temptation. Use wisdom, communicate openly, and make sure you're both on the same page. If you're planning an extended fast, it's a good idea to discuss it with your spouse beforehand and agree on how you'll handle intimacy during that time. The key here is unity, being on the same page spiritually and physically. That's how you maintain peace in your marriage and still honor God during your fast. Now, if you're looking to get the most out of your fasting journey, I've put together a free fasting starter kit to help you fast effectively. It's packed with tips and scripture references and strategies to make your fast powerful and impactful. Grab it from the link in the description below. And if you're ready to go deeper, check out my book, A Complete Guide to Biblical Fasting, where I break down everything you need to know about fasting from a biblical perspective. And since you're learning about fasting, make sure to check out my next video, Christian Fasting Guide for Beginners, where I'm giving you 15 practical step-by-step tips to make your fasting journey powerful and effective. Tap or click the screen now to watch it, and I'll see you in the next one.